Recently, I've received some comments, and I want to address them because it's an incredible learning opportunity for all of us. And I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to grow yourself in your own tennis game, your career, your relationships, every other part of your life. And so today, we're going to shift gears a little bit, and this is going to be a mindset lesson. We're not going to talk about technique or strategy. And this was really brought to the forefront by some comments that I got recently in response to an update video that I did talking about green shirt guy, or most exhausting player. His name is Ben. And several months ago, before I hurt my foot, he and I had a match date scheduled. And unfortunately, it's been postponed. I've posted videos about this. I feel really bad that I've had to put things on the sideline. I wanted to develop myself as a player, and a lot of that has been put on pause. But as I gave that update video, this comment got left underneath that stream. We all know who's going to win, so stick with your lessons. Green shirt guy can take down most collegiate players, so I don't think you have a chance. Now, I could be super offended and just try to defend myself, but that's not what this video is about. Instead, I want to address the uncomfortable truth that this is the voice inside of all of our heads. Sometimes we doubt ourselves constantly, and people around us doubt us too. And both of those things make improvement really difficult because it keeps us in our comfort zone. It keeps us from exploring and expanding our horizons by challenging ourselves and taking the opportunities that we have right in front of us. So I wanted to respond to this by kind of laying out two different paths that you have in your tennis game. And again, I want to be very clear. This isn't so much responding to this individual as it is acknowledging that frequently I've thought this myself. You better believe that before I made the decision to play Ben, I had to basically fully embrace the reality that I might lose to him. I took that into consideration before I booked that match. Now, here's the thing. All of us have these opportunities all the time. They're chances that we have to grow and improve, like playing an opponent who annoys you. When was the last time you called up a pusher or whatever style of player that you hate to play against and purposefully set up a day to play that player? How about play somebody who's stronger than you, somebody who you know is a level above you? How about change a swing technique? Make that grip change on your serve, or learn how to hit topspin on your one-handed backhand. How about change your tactics or your strategy, or sign up for a tournament, or record your strokes on video for the first time, or record your match play? These are chances and opportunities that all of us have, but they all take us squarely out of our comfort zone. And so it's very easy for us to doubt ourselves. And if we do take the initiative to follow these different paths, people around us will doubt us as well. They'll try to keep us from advancing and pushing forwards and doing things differently than the status quo. It's just kind of how the human experience goes. So these are the questions. This is the internal dialogue that all of us have. What if I lose? What will people say? Even if you win, what if it's closer than people expected, right? These are the thoughts that we have. These are the thoughts that I've had as I've signed up for lessons with a local coach, as I've signed up for matches and recorded it and put it out there on YouTube. What if I wasted my time, my money, my effort? We're all terrified that if we really challenge ourselves, it'll expose the truth that we haven't actually gotten any better at all. That's a scary thought and a scary thing that comes to mind for a lot of us. What if I'm worse than I actually think, right? Recording yourself, posting yourself on the internet for other people to criticize you. What if I'm worse than others thought? Others thought I was such and such level. If I play this player, they might expose me to be not as good as what my peers actually think I am. Or what if I get worse before I get better? If we go out there, take lessons, stretch our comfort zone, and learn a different technique or learn a new strategy, what if I lose to people I'm used to beating first before I get better? That's something that's super challenging for a lot of people. So all of these questions to me bring to mind, and that comment by that anonymous person on the internet really brought to mind for me these two different paths I was talking about earlier: fixed mindset versus growth mindset. A fixed mindset avoids challenges, where a growth mindset embraces those challenges and sees them as opportunities. A fixed mindset says that talent is innate. It means it's just like you're either born a talented person or you're not. There's no room for development or growth. Whereas a growth mindset believes that talent can be developed. Fixed mindset failure is proof of unintelligence, or just like, see, like you can't do it. You don't have skill because you lost to Sally or to Jim or to whoever. Whereas a growth mindset views failure as a chance to grow, sees it as an opportunity. Oh, this just exposed the thing I'm supposed to work on, and views it as almost, kind of like a positive. A fixed mindset gives up easily. Growth mindset, effort leads to success. Fixed mindset, threatened by success of others. I talked a little bit earlier about trying to keep others back. Keep everybody in this safe little community. Make sure everybody stays with the status quo and nobody ventures out, because that makes us feel uncomfortable when we see other people accomplishing big things and we're playing it safe. That's what leads people to try to pull others down. Whereas a growth mindset is inspired by the success of others. People with a growth mindset love seeing other people be successful, even if it's somebody that used to be the same level as me. We're still happy for the other person if they're able to find success when we're not. Fixed mindset says, why should I even bother? Like, what's the point? If you believe that all these things are true, like why even bother? It's sounding like that person in the comments, right? Whereas a growth mindset says, I want to keep improving. So what's important as you work on your tennis game and you work on your career, maybe other hobbies, your relationships, what's important is that you keep in mind what are the intentions of the person giving you feedback. I went to the video of my match of me playing Ira, and there's all kinds of comments from people telling me what's wrong with my game, what I should work on, what my flaws are. And guess what? All of these things, and dozens, there's probably hundreds of comments from people telling me what parts of my game are weak and poor and what I need to work on. I don't disagree with any of these. In fact, I've had to work hard at this. I'm not like some kind of like angel or perfect person. Like I struggle with these things, and that's I'm going to come around to that in a moment. So my knee-jerk response usually isn't positive. When somebody says, Ian's always going backwards on a deep ball, why not hit on the rise with topspin? This person is 100% correct. But at first, it's natural for us to kind of be a little bit defensive, right? And want to argue or say, oh, it was because of X, Y, and Z. But the reality is, that's absolutely true. Does Ian need more racket lag on his forehand? Seems very pushy. Absolutely true. So what's important, I think, is to be able to tell the difference between people who are giving you feedback that could be taken and improved upon. I could take all of these things and actually upgrade my game, versus somebody who makes a comment like this one. This is the one that I showed you just a minute ago. We all know who's going to win, AKA, like, what's the point? Like, why, Ian, why are you even thinking about playing most exhausting player? We already know who's going to win. Like, the outcome's already been decided. So what's the point of even trying? Stick with your lessons. In other words, stay in your comfort zone. Stick with what you know. Stick with what your skills are. Why are you over here trying to do this other thing? Why are you trying to improve yourself when you could just go with the reliable win that, I guess it's kind of a compliment. I guess he's maybe kind of telling me that I give good lessons. So I guess that's kind of a positive, right? I don't think you have a chance. So remember the slides we looked at a second ago? So we all know who's going to win. Stick with your lessons. I don't think you have a chance. Fixed mindset, avoids challenges, talent is innate, failure is proof of unintelligence, gives up easily, threatened by the success of others. Why should I even bother? This person is viewing the world, well, viewing my tennis at least, through this mindset, and is giving me this feedback based on that perception. And so I felt like this was an incredible opportunity to just share this with everybody out there, because once you see the difference between feedback that is meant to be constructive and feedback that's meant to be destructive, seeing the difference between those two is so valuable. And it allows you to make the decision. Either I'm going to stay comfortable and stay here, which if that's what you want, then more power to you. It's totally fine. If this person wants to believe that growth isn't possible and just wants to stay comfortable and is uncomfortable by me trying to grow and develop myself, then that's fine if he's happy with life that way. But I'm not. And over the years, I've taken on a lot of challenges. I've been publishing on YouTube for over a decade. And so during that time, I've started posting digital lessons. Like getting in front of a camera, watching myself and hearing myself, that's a big hurdle to jump over at first. And so that was a big challenge right out of the gate. Then I started posting real lessons where in front of cameras, I'd get on the court and teach a student and hopefully make them better, and then publish it for other coaches and players to see and possibly criticize me. That was a big challenge. Then I started posting match play of myself where I lost, and I still posted it on the internet for people to criticize me. That was a big challenge. Then I started taking lessons. I switched roles from a coach to being a student. That was definitely a big mental challenge. I've started changing my strokes. I'll give an update soon on my backhand in front of everybody, in front of hundreds of thousands of people. That's been a big mental challenge. And then more recently, I signed up for a tournament. I booked a match day, which we've had to postpone, the tournament too. These are all big challenges that I've taken on. And I'm here to tell you that none of this was easy for me. None of these decisions came naturally. I had to push myself. I had to overcome the fear and the questions of what if I fail? What are people going to say? Are people going to lose respect for me? Are people going to stop following me or think that I'm not as good of a person or a coach or a player if I do these things? I just want you to know that it's normal and totally human when you work on your backhand or you take a lesson or you change your tactics or you record yourself for the first time or all of those things. It's okay to be afraid at first. But I'm here to tell you all of these things led to growth. Yes, it was a challenge. And yes, they've all led to strangers on the internet mostly criticizing me and telling me I'm not good enough. And I'm here to tell you that I'm so happy I did it anyway, because it's led me to be a better player and a better coach and a better student and a better person because of all those challenges that I've done on the courts and off the court too. I'm constantly working on being more of a growth mindset person and pushing away the security and the safety of that fixed mindset mentality. So my question for you right now is, what are you going to do? What challenge are you going to take on? A little bit earlier, I gave you a bunch of different ideas, and I hope that you pick one of them and you commit to stepping out of your comfort zone at least a little bit and experiencing a little bit of that fear, but then also experiencing the growth on the other side of experiencing that fear. Let me know in the comments down below. And if this video has been helpful and it's kind of helped your perspective a little bit, do me a favor and click the like button. I'd appreciate that a lot. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video.